Howdy, how's it going, everybody? Today, I'm going to be doing a long play of Valerie's Long Day for anyone who does not have a Windows system or just, wasn't able to play the demo for whatever reason. So, uh, I first want to thank Lumpy Milk Tea for making this really lovely title art. I think it's beautiful. I really like it. I think Valerie and Rosette look great. Volk looks really good too. Um, yeah, I just uh, big ups to Lumpy for that. Thank you. I'm not gonna do voices. I'm not that kind of person. I'm just gonna read. Valerie, Valerie, Val, wake up. What? You're late to the safety meeting. Come on, hustle. We're waiting for you over here. Safety? Oh dear, I'm on my way. So, Valerie starts on her charging pad. It's important for lore reasons, as well as this that energy indicator. I wonder what that means. These are our charging pads. The left one is mine and the right one is Rosie's. Their Tesla coil technology is really handy. I don't have to poke myself with those uncomfy plugs ever again. It's hard to believe humans invented such a clever thing in the 1800s. Very, very insightful introduction to Valerie. She doesn't have as much insightful dialogue for the rest of the game, but I'm going to show off all the inspects, all the dialogue, um, and yeah, I mean that's sort of the plan. Rosie sorted my tools. How sweet. I'll have to repay the favor. Inventory day was yesterday, so our workshop is in quite the state. It's not easy to get work done with all this junk lying around. You can't climb on it. I couldn't be bothered to make the collision geometry interesting and fun like that. Why would someone block the door like this? How inconsiderate. Yeah, I originally wanted to have 3 rooms, and one of them would be Valerie and Rosie's room, but I decided against that. I decided to just have them sleep in the workshop. I figured that made sense enough. So instead of having a 3rd room, I just kind of blocked it off. I might use it later if I reuse this room. Oh dear, I hope I didn't cause that. Tipped over barrel. I think this is kind of cute. I didn't do any special modeling for this. I just used like the default cylinders, and I just made it like a blank texture for the oil. And the I-beams. These I-beams are such a beautiful color. Patina really outdid herself. Sometimes I wish I was as dedicated to the job as her. Wait a minute, how is she able to pick these up and paint the underside? Well, what you may not know is that Patina is jacked. I'm not going to explain how she actually picks them up. This is my table, this is my vice. I'll do what I'm able, I'll create something nice. I like that one. The Full Metal Jacket reference. Ping, ping, ping. I adore the sound this anvil makes. I can use this to temper my tools. I might even make them a bit faster too. And then, of course, the room inspection. Another lovely day in the factory. I can't get enough of this place. And then, this is not inspectable, but you can climb on it, so that's fun. Then there's one last inspectable in the room here. I like this corner. Sometimes I'll sit here and write instead of working. George hasn't caught on yet. This room, I don't think I had enough time to put inspects on all the objects here. In fact, I don't think I have any custom inspects for this room at all. The only thing about this room that is custom, or that I do want to point out, is that you can talk to Rosie before the cutscene, and she's the only NPC that has unique dialogue before the cutscene. Also, I messed up the collision here. I can see that now that I messed up the collision, and the floor collision is higher than the floor, and so Valerie floats. That's annoying. Anyway, you can talk to Rosie, and she has something special to say. What kept you, Val? I must have been dozing off. I haven't been able to charge right lately. We should meet with an engineer in Northbridge to get that checked. We shouldn't escalate this. I'm sure this will all be better next time I charge up. If you say so. Be careful, Val. I plan in the real Planar Robit release. I plan for Southbridge to be mostly uninhabited and have most of the Southbridge residents actually be in Northbridge during the time. I'm not gonna spoil why, but let's just say that they don't want to be there at the time. So now for the actual story. I see everyone is here. Took you long enough, Valerie. Forgive me, sir. I was, She was probably daydreaming on the job again. Tee-hee. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I was just reorganizing my files. Yeah. Enough, you two. This is a serious meeting. The install wizard left his life-giving post for this. You better listen and show him some respect. Yes, sir. Sorry, George. Sorry, Val. Ahem. Before we get started, I must remind you all that this sector's Employee of the Month will be decided tomorrow morning. My dear associate, Sir Volk, will be bestowing this month's prize at the end of the meeting. The Sir Volk? Wow. So, something I kind of don't like about how this dialogue system came through, I need to make it so that sub-conversations can happen partway through main conversations, because the way that this is set up, it's kind of not clear what specific part of what the install wizard is saying that Valerie is responding to. And also the pop-ups never go away until you progress, so I might have to look into that as well. Currently, Patina is in the lead in terms of performance, followed by Rosette, then Valerie, Zeke, and lastly, by an unreasonably large margin, M. I need to find a way to catch up. I'll follow the safety regulations when I'm dead. I thank you, M. Very sweet. You're a terrible coworker. Hey, Rosie. If you keep wearing that death trap around your neck, that won't take you very long. Again, this is another place where I think the side dialogue just doesn't quite work the way I wished it would, but I didn't feel like rewriting anything. Hold my place. If anybody asks, I have an oil leak. And meanwhile, the install wizard saying, I don't intend to alarm anyone, but these could be linked to some kind of cyber attack. Oh no. But you don't use oil. And again, install wizard's talking. So I believe it is time to discuss the emergency procedures in the event of the total loss of lesser. And he's trailing off. He's just speaking too much. Again, I need to have something better for that. That's not quite what I want. The first and most obvious step is a total network quarantine, followed by a power shut off. And Val says, okay, whatever, just say I left the kiln on. Please, Rosie, I need to do something important. Fine, be careful, Val. Whoops, I think I missed some dialogue. I was not paying attention. Additionally, Smith will pay up to 50 credits annually for such backup battery purchases. Yeah. He kind of just rambled on and on. That's the you're not really supposed to pay attention to that dialogue. I'll be right back, Rosie. Please don't get me in trouble for this, Val. Everything will be fine, I promise. Oh, and you can also inspect, of course. That's my little sister, Rosette. I try my best to be a good sibling and teach her everything I know, but she tends to be a few steps ahead of me. Patina? I'd rather watch paint dry than sit through this. Good thing I put a new coat on these bricks last night. Oh, please, Patina. The meeting won't be that bad. I know. I just like watching paint dry. What? That's Patina. I can't really get a read on her. She seems empty-headed, but her talent is undeniable. I should probably inspect before I actually talk to these NPCs. That's Molly, the electrical engineer. I don't understand why a city slicker like her would be here, though. Maybe she just enjoys safety meetings. Hello, are you as excited for this as I am? Not really. I have other things I need to do today. You don't enjoy these meetings? Nerd. Then we have Zeke. That's Zeke, the metallurgist. Even with that over-engineered heat suit, he's terrified of doing his job. He and M make a terrible team. Oh, I need to speak to him. I love these meetings. It gets me away from the crucible and gives me an excuse to scold M. M, double win. And M, of course. That's M, the metallurgist. She's constantly getting into trouble for taking reckless risks. I hope she'll learn to be more careful someday, but I doubt it. The Employee of the Month is going to be announced today. Not that I care. Metallurgists like me never get a chance to win. If you guys followed safety protocol better, maybe you'd have a chance. Yeah, but that's no fun. Very relatable. Then there's this character's name, George the Foreman. Very funny joke. That's my boss, George. He's the Sector 1 foreman. He's one of the better foremen to work under, but he expects the best. We don't need any more disruptions, Val. Go stand with Rosette. And then, lastly, the install wizard, who's a bit mean, but he kind of earns that right. That's the install wizard. He's the guy who maintains and installs ECUs. He's practically the third in command of the entire forge. I think I need to retcon that, the ECU installation thing for like the 5,000th time. I still have not fully decided on what the lore behind that is, even though it's like critical to the story of Planar Robit. Get down. I will not have a child like you make a mockery of this serious business. Return to your place in the crowd immediately. Yes, sir. And from here, this is where the game kind of starts. Except there's one more secret. There's one more secret. This out of bounds area here. You can walk through the wall. It's not a real wall. I lied. It's not a wall. It's an anti-wall. And you can say hello to Nico. He's here. Nico's in a lot of places when bad things are happening or are about to happen. He's kind of a bad omen. You're not supposed to be here. Run along. Okay. You can't actually die. Also, the collision here is completely broken. That's intentionally so, because I couldn't be bothered to make the collision of a secret area good. Because, you know, it's like you already have to break the collision to get through, so at that point, collision doesn't really matter anymore. The inspect for this room is the same as the inspect for the other room. It's just how I have it set up. So this is where the grind begins. So I suppose I can describe some more of the specifics while this happens. So I started this project about 2 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks before the first, so it's almost 3 weeks ago at this point. And it was pretty rushed. I had a lot of homework in the past couple weeks that I had to take care of, and so I didn't have a whole lot of time. Because as many of the people watching probably already know, you know, I work a full-time office job, and also I'm a full-time online student, so I really have to crunch to make any amount of progress in Planar Robit. But of course I do, and apparently I have enough time to make a goofy April Fool's project, because, you know, that's just, I don't know. I like to think I have good time management, but that's probably not the case. We're about to the point where we've got one frame hammer swings. Yeah, there we go. You see, she's hammering pretty fast now. Yep, there's the one frame hammer swings. So the best method for this is just like the best method for clicking. You just butterfly the down arrow key, and you know, it trivializes things. In fact, I will probably have spent more time reading dialogue than I will have actually doing this this minigame. Yep, so I'm already there. Yep, so I hit the anvil about 350 times, and then you hit the desk about 350 times, and then you're done with the game. People, I don't know why people thought that this was like the the most grueling grind of all time. You know, this is like 3 minutes. But I suppose that makes sense if you did not read the README file. So I'm not super happy with how this cutscene came out, but again, this was like super heavy crunch. I did this on like Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, Easter night. So it was like, and I mean Western Easter, not Orthodox Easter. So Easter night, it was the night before April Fool's Day. So I was really crunching to get this done. I was fighting very hard to have it on time. And so this cutscene transition is very bad because I just forced the level change transition, and it's not great. I did it. Why don't I feel good though? Because she's, oh no, having no power this whole time, and she's doing all this work. Hey Rosette, what am I doing on the charger? I heard it crash, so I came in to. I'm having a moment. Sorry, I heard a crash, so I came in to check on you. I saw you on the floor with dead batteries. That's not like you. My charger must be going bad. Or maybe I was too busy daydreaming. I need to know what's going on with you, Val. You're scaring me. It's this whole Volk thing. I just have to meet him. I snuck away from the safety meeting to puff up my performance score while everyone else was stuck listening to the install wizard ramble. The install wizard gave us life, Val. He's going to be really upset when he sees that we're not at the meeting. It's still going on? Yes, but it's almost over. Sir Volk will be here any moment. What are you waiting for? Come on, Rosie. And again, I couldn't be bothered to draw a walking animation for Rosette, so she just kind of teleports with you. That's just what she does. Maybe it's a canonical power of hers. Who knows? And it's actually the same dialog file until you actually do this next scene, which is, yeah, it's an oversight. I should have done something different there. Whatever. If I may have your attention, everyone. 40 years ago today, my father authorized the construction of Sector 1, the Forge's first modular sector. Over those years, he's seen teams come and go, each more skillful than the last. Needless to say, I am overwhelmingly proud of everyone's work here. Kudos, George and Install Wizard. You run a fine team. Every effective team has its role members. This is very robotic, funny, and this is not exactly the way that Volk regularly talks. It's just the only reason why Volk is talking like this is because it's a planned speech, you know. This is not at all how his character speaks. Just getting that out there. Every effective team has its role members, pillars of virtue and talent. This team is no exception. So it is an honor to announce the Employee of the Month for Sector 1. Miss Valerie, would you kindly step forward? Oh, and I have a typo there. That's cool. Yes, sir. She gets to say hello to the sir. I'm impressed with your work. You've managed to squeeze productivity out of nearly every hour of every day, all of which without incident. You are a shining example to your peers of what peak performance looks like. Sir Volk, I don't know what to say. It's an absolute honor. It's not synced. It was synced in some of my other testing, but it's not synced in this testing for some reason. So their handshake is not as nice as I would like it to be. Wow, she says. Cool. And that's mostly it. And now you get more chats with NPCs. Once again, Miss Valerie, you've outdone yourself. This is like a dream come true. So sweet. I noticed you were missing for half the meeting, Val. You did? Why didn't you stop me? I know Sir Volk means a lot to you. Couldn't keep you from that. Thanks, George. Don't mention it. I'll send you the notes for this meeting later. Good work. Now stop jumping on my lift. Yeah, Install Wizards got this cool kind of car lift, which is interesting as to why robots have a car lift if they don't have any cars in this building. Don't ask why. Maybe that's how Patina paints the underside of the I-beams. I don't know. I'm Impressive work, Miss Valerie. Will I be seeing you again when it's my turn to announce winners? Nope, I only did this to see Sir Volk. Oh. Hey, good work, Val. I'm honestly kind of surprised Petunia didn't win. Me too. I'm still having the jitters over this. Well, Em and I better get back to the Crucible again. See you around. Later, Zeke. An assembler wins Employee of the Month again. When will the meddler just get a chance? I thought you didn't care. I just say that so it doesn't feel as bad when I lose. There's always next time, Em. I know you have it in you. You just have to follow the rules. Too much work. Thanks anyway, though. Patina. No hard feelings, right, Patina? About what? The whole Employee of the Month thing? Oh. I really don't know what that means. Okay. Cool. I'm really proud of you, Valerie. Thanks, Rosette. I couldn't have done it without you. Oh yeah, and I need to inspect Volk. That's the real Sir Volk. Wow. I accidentally pressed the back arrow, which progresses conversation. Alright, and then this here is the end of the game right here. You talk to Rosie and it's over. He held my hand. My CPU must be running in the terahertz right now. I can barely contain myself. Yawn. So what was it like, Val? His hands were so strong, but his grip was so gentle. They must have been polished to the atom. My hand slid off it without any friction when he let go, and in his visor, the look he gave was so intense. It was like he was... Rosie? Honk shmee me me. I'll have to tell you about it later. Good night, Rosie. And it doesn't have a proper end screen. Again, this is a very rushed project. And that's the end. There's nobody here anymore. It's empty. I think Nico's still around, but that's I think that's it. Yeah. So that's Valerie's Long Day, an extremely rushed 2-week project. Next time around, next April Fool's project, I will make it a billion times cooler. Hold me to that promise. No, please don't. I will try to make something better. It's just it was very hard to find to scrape together time. Next April Fool's, I will be like halfway through my last semester of college, and so hopefully the senioritis will be to the point where I don't care anymore, and I will just like ignore school and actually have time to work on this. But we'll see. We'll see. So, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who had fun with this April Fool's prank and was able to enjoy this game. It was a blast to make, and I hope it was at the very least 1% as fun to play. Even though some of the mechanics were intentionally grindy and not fun for the sake of me trolling you and making you play a bad game for an April Fool's joke. So yeah, new song coming eventually. I got a really good foundation of a song. I just need to have the follow through and finish it. So I don't know, expect that probably this week. Until next time, see ya.